So I can't control Kyle's behaviour. I can't control Lauryn's behaviour. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't embarrassed by things that have gone out and played out in the media, you know. I didn't know that they had rekindled things. I was aware that Kyle was seeing Cairo. So it's not true that I've reconciled with Lauryn as previously reported. I did also read that myself in the press. We have been civil with one another. We are family members, and I think that is crucial for the cousins. They have an incredible bond, my children and her children, and they have a brilliant friendship. And I think it's important that no matter what happens with adults, that the children don't suffer because of that. So I've been treading with caution when it comes to my relationship with her. We haven't been able to have a sit-down conversation and express how there's been a lot that's happened that has gone unspoken, and we haven't spoken to each other, and I think a discussion needs to be had. It's just the timing's not there right now. I think our relationship has become really strained for a number of reasons. I think people think I was more involved in the situation than what they know. You know, I have been involved in the situation. Obviously, the reason why Kyle and Lauryn know each other is because of me. I just feel as though it's almost guilty by association. I've been dragged into it, and as much, it's become almost impossible for me to stay silent, because I'm damned if I do stay silent, and I'm damned if I don't. If I don't speak out about my feelings on the situation, people just assume I condone actions. And if I do speak out about it, people have a go at me and say, why are you getting involved? So I can't win.
Yeah, we saw you hobble off though at Wembley. You've got no concerns, you will be fit for the
Yeah, no, I'm fine, obviously. As I just said, you know, the minutes that I've...
The messages that I get a lot or trolled about is control your sister. I get a lot of that, and it's almost like these people are grown adults. I can't control Kyle's behaviour. I can't control Lauryn's behaviour. I feel as though I was kept in the dark throughout a lot of things, because they know I wouldn't condone it, if that makes sense. So a lot of it was kept away from me, because I think they know that my feelings wouldn't have been very positive about it, things that have happened. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't embarrassed by things that have gone out and played out in the media, you know. At the end of the day, she's my sister. She will always be my sister. And I think that link there alone, it's one of those ones I'm guilty by association, because I can't control things and decisions that grown adults make. I have to let them do what they think is best for them. I didn't know that they had rekindled things. I was aware that Kyle was seeing Cairo. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't know that, because that would be lying. But at the same time, I was quite pleased that he was seeing Cairo, you know. I think it was quite nice for him to be able to have his dad in his life. And I also think it's the right thing, you know. I said in the interview with you, Graham, that it's a shared responsibility. And I believe that nothing should be taken out on the kids. I definitely think people are quick to blame the woman involved in this. I'm aware that obviously Lauryn's made plenty of mistakes. I'm the first one that pulls her up on it. I've had to distance myself because I can't control certain behaviours of people. You know, I couldn't control Kyle's behaviour. I don't think it's a case of forgiveness. I think it's a case of timing. I can only speak on behalf of myself. I'm not ready yet to have a sit-down conversation and discuss things with her. I feel as though I would get emotional and maybe quite angry and maybe say things that I might regret. Moving forward, are there going to be more things that I'm not happy about, or are there going to be more things that I find upsetting that I wouldn't personally have put out into the press? It's a difficult one because you can't control people. You know, it's difficult because when you're friends with someone, you can choose whether you have them in your life or not. And I know some people will be watching this and thinking, well, you can choose whether to have her in your life or not. Yes, I can, but then I have to think about how that would negatively impact the children. I think whilst honesty is important, I think it's also important to remember that everyone's got their own lives. Everyone deserves their own privacy. So I'm not sitting here today saying Kyle and Lauryn should have told me everything that was going on between them, you know, because who am I to expect to be in the know? I think that's quite self-indulgent to think that somebody deserves the right to have all access to somebody's life. And, you know, realistically, it's none of my business, you know. It's none of my business what people do in their private lives. I think, you know, Kyle also didn't tell me, but he doesn't have to. They don't have to tell me things, you know, and I have to respect that people only tell me things that they want to tell me. I can't speak on behalf of the other adults involved. I know I had a bit of backlash when I said that none of the adults were victims and that they've all chosen to stay in this situation. I stand by that. I believe that life is about choice, and every day we make choices. We're not always going to get it right, but I think that better ones could be made from this. I think time's a great healer. I think with time comes a lot of healed wounds. I don't know is my honest answer. I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of things that have happened that there's no way I would have ever expected to have happened. So I think it'd be foolish of me to try and predict. But yeah, definitely things will heal with time, but it does all just need to calm down in the media, and everyone just sort of needs to take a time out from things. And there's obviously a lot of hurt, and every single one that is involved in this situation, I think it's also important to get across that every member of the situation, Kyle, Annie and Lauryn, no matter what level, clearly are all very hurt